Hello everybody, it's Brian Begley from enCloud9 with another one in our series of short videos to teach you how to do simple things in Dynamics 365. Once again, if you're getting something out of these videos, we'd love it if you would subscribe or leave a comment or like the video. Thanks very much. Let's get started. Today's topic is managing sequences using Sales Insights. So you might have seen our other video where we talked about using a sales sequence in a lead record. And now we want to talk about how you manage those sequences and maybe a little bit about how they work. So to go into sales sequences, you want to click down in your Sales Hub over on the lower left-hand corner to where it says Sales, and you want to go to Sales Insight Settings. When you go to Sales Insight Settings, you want to open up the sequence area. All right, so I'm looking at my sales sequence section, and I currently have 3 sequences that are existing in my environment. 2 of them are currently active, the new lead nurturing and the opportunity nurturing. And then we have a third one called high volume prospecting, which is currently listed as inactive. When we look at these, we'll look at new lead nurturing. It's active. Its record type is tied to the lead, whereas the opportunity nurturing is tied specifically to the opportunity. And it tells us when we last modified and who was the person who modified them. I'm going to open up one of these. Let's open up the new lead nurturing. And when we look at it, we see all the different steps of this sequence. So first step is the sequence starts. And in this case, the sequence is going to be applied manually to a lead. I can click over to my tabs here where it says connected leads, and I can see a list of all the current leads that are assigned to this and what's their progress status. So right now, everybody's at 0 except this Gerard Stevens lead, which has completed the first of 5 statuses. And Brian Begley is the owner of all of these. Let's go back. So we moved back to the lead nurturing sequence, and we're going to show what we can do with this. So first thing we want to do is create a copy of this. So I'm going to click Create a Copy, and I'm going to call this the copy of lead nurturing. We're going to click Save and Edit. And when we create this copy of the lead nurturing, it brings over all of the steps in the prior sequence. So let's go through them. Of course, we have the sequence starts, and then the first step is we send an introduction email. Usually we are going to use an email template. So you're going to want to set up the email template before you build your sequence. So here I have an email template called lead reply, and when a website visit happens. And this is a simple email template. It uses information from the lead to make this a personalized email to the customer. Dear lead, first name, last name, thank you. You're going to get called back by the salesperson who is assigned to this lead. And it also will put in the salesperson's direct phone number. We look forward to assisting you, et cetera, et cetera. I'm going to drop this in. That's now the email template that's associated with this lead. Next step is to put in a timer. Now this timer is set for 5 days. Let's say I want to switch this down. I want to set it just to 1 day. So I make my changes. It says now wait for 1 day. And perhaps at this point, we want to add in another step to this sequence. So I'm going to click on the plus button right here. And it tells me the things that I can do at this point. There's several steps. I can either send an email, send a text message, send an automated email or text message, make a phone call, or complete a task. So I'm going to check complete a task. And the task here, we're going to call it Research Client on Web. I'm going to click Research Client on Web. I might put a description here. Look at LinkedIn and other web resources to learn info about the prospect. Okay, I've added this in. I'm going to fix all my spelling because I'm a terrible speller, or I'm a terrible typist more than anything. So we're going to fix that. Okay, I have now created a task. I'm adding it in there. And then I might want to add a wait condition. So I click on that plus button, I click a set wait time, and I'm going to say, let's wait one more day after that research client on web task is created. I can go through the rest of this. We're sending a reminder email. We're waiting for 5 days. We're going to call the customer. I'm just going to pull out a task or two. So I'm going to say, I want to take out this reminder email. I'm going to delete that. I'm going to pull out this wait for 5 days. I'm going to delete that as well. And so now we're streamlining this sequence. So now we're sending an email. We're waiting 1 day, and then we have a task due for the salesperson, waiting 1 day. And then the next step is to call the customer and then wait 5 days, send a thank you email, and schedule a meeting. Now, I'm also going to say I'm going to change some of these dates because I think 5 days is a bit too long. So we'll just say 3 days and 2 days for each of these. So that's how easy it is to change a sequence that has been created for us in Dynamics. Just going to need to go in, add the steps that you want, add the wait conditions, and you've done it. Once it's finished, you activate the sequence. It's going to take up to 30 minutes to complete. And once it's active, you'll be able to apply it to your leads. Let's go see if it's available already. So I'm going to click on Sales. I'm going to go to a lead. I'm going to switch to the view that's called My Open Leads Without Sequences, and I'm going to open up Anthony. I'm going to click on the sequence button up at the top. I'm going to choose to connect a sequence, and we see right here our copy of new lead nurturing sequence. There we go. It's assigned to Anthony. When I refresh the record after the connected sequence, it's going to show me my next step, the intro email, do the research, call the customer, send a thank you, and finally, step 9, schedule a meeting. That's how easy it is to modify an existing sequence. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments below. Thanks very much, and we'll talk to you real soon.